After the ball is over, after this game is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
That's better.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to the Penhook and Needles podcast, episode 231. It is Halloween. Happy Halloween to all who celebrate. It is, as you might have guessed, October 31st, 2016. And I am Lady Fernico.
And I am Talia,
And
also
this is-
known as Franciscine Gypsy.
Yes, I am Lady Fernico.
That's all. You just have the one name.
All the big stars have only one name. I'm Marlecia, also known as Lady Fernico. And I want to welcome you all to the Penhook and Needles podcast and the PH and Fun Woman Cave. I want to welcome all our new and returning viewers. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
We, what are you drinking?
Oh, wow. You actually remembered first.
I did.
Alrighty. So, what is in my mug? I am using the Batman with the glow-in-the-dark symbol. It's not glow-in-the-dark right now, but that Laura Concert gave me. So, the Crocheting Hoovian. And
I should have used my New York mug that she gave me.
you should have, but you're just a horrible
I
person.
am.
And I'm drinking Plum Deluxe. Hammock Blend Black Tea.
And I'm using my Avengers mug. I hope this makes up for the fact that I'm not using the New York one, Laura. It's Avengers, and look, there's cap and everything.
Your cap is there.
Okay. And I have chai tea.
Of course, you
So-
know, it just takes one Batman to take on the entire Avengers.
Ha ha. Anyway, we grab your drink of choice and whatever it is you want to eat, so that you can play the Oops drinking
bunny.
game. we do not.
Condone the use of alcohol,
Alcohol.
in this
Yes.
game
Yes,
because you'll end up silly drunk.
yes, because we say oops a lot. So, yes. All right, enough fiddle faddling. Want to welcome all new returning viewers. Thanks
Isn't
for
fiddle
joining
faddle
us.
food?
It is. Fiddle faddle is, if I'm understanding correctly, is peanut brittle without the peanuts.
Okay, I thought that it had something to do with peanuts,
No, without peanuts.
but peanut butter is
Peanut brittle, not
peanut
peanut
brittle.
butter.
That's peanuts.
No, peanut brittle without the peanuts.
But isn't it made like a peanut butter or something?
No, sugar.
Really?
Peanut brittle. I made some one time when I was first married, and we were, actually I was about 3 or 4 years married, and we were in Belgium in this little house that was like, I don't know, medieval. It barely had, we had to use kerosene kerosene containers to heat up our water and stuff like that. It's like camping. So that's the kind of house we were dealing with. And so needless to say, when I tried to make peanut brittle, it burned because I couldn't control the heat. But I might have burned it anyway. I don't know. But anyway, let's stop doing that. Okay.
Doing
We have one new member who joined us officially. That's Muna Luna, who is Francie.
Muna
Welcome,
Luna.
Francie. And she just got in under the wire.
Hey.
We welcome you to the Penhook and Needles
Welcome,
podcast.
welcome.
Thank you for joining us. And we welcome all the people who have returned but who are in the shadows.
But you people who aren't in the shadows
already
and
welcome
have
them.
returned. Hey,
I already welcome them.
no welcome for you.
I already welcome them. I will welcome them again.
You see, I appreciate you people who continue coming back who are part of the group as well. She only appreciates
your
you
hat
who
is
knew.
lopsided.
Because you snapped it lopsided.
No, it's because it's got going one way, like whoosh.
Well, actually, if you go straight on, it's even. It's just when it is so.
You, anyway,
Yeah, it's even.
we welcome all. Since she's completely not paying attention to what I say, we welcome all new and returning viewers. And if you are in the shadows, we welcome you too. Please come out and join us officially so you can be eligible for prizes and such. And if you watch us on YouTube, please don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button so we know you're with us.
It looks uneven because I wear it at an angle.
Okay. This is a very disjointed welcome because it's her fault. Anyway, so if you are returning viewers, thank you for coming back. And if you're new, we hope you find something that you like. And as I said repeatedly, if you're in the shadows, we'd love to have you officially if you want to be able to join in the alongs and be able to be eligible for prizes. We do have a Ravelry group. That's what we're talking about when we say joining officially. If you are on YouTube, as I said, please do press the subscribe button. We'd love to know that you're there.
And if you are new to the crafting world and you just happen to find us on YouTube and are wondering what in the world this Ravelry thing is, Ravelry.com. It is free. It has free patterns. It has support groups. It's really cool. You should join it now.
Groups like our podcast group is Pen Hook and Needles. There are other groups as well. Lots and lots of support. Lots and lots of fun things going on there. So if you are, you just stumbled on us, as Talia said, through YouTube or maybe from our old ones on iTunes or whatever, then just
I'm sure they've taken us off iTunes by now.
I don't know. But also we have WordPress and all that kind of stuff. So, okay. Moving on. The charity long, B-Wings charity long, as far as I know, today is the last day as I'm recording, October 31st. But I think you can still send things in. Her Comforting Crafts charity along. It was running from September 11th through the end of this month. So, if you have something that you hadn't had a chance to send off, just contact Brittany. I'm sure she's willing to accept anything you may want to send her that are like hats of any size, male or female, scarves or cowls, baby blankets, mittens or dishcloths, knit or crochet, doesn't matter. Okay, and she was going to donate a $6 prize for one of the lucky winners of a random number draw, and I also was going to donate a $6 Ravelry downloadable pattern prize as well. Okay. The Halloween Fall Along is still going on. That's a Crocheting Whovian. That's Laura Concert. September 1st through November 30th. Knitted or crocheted projects. They can be started any time, but they need to be worked on during the time of the cal. The rules are all in her group. They're similar to ours, but if there might be some differences than what our normal rules are for our normal alongs. Check her out. She's a wonderful podcast. You need to be a part of her group to be able to take part in this Halloween Fall Along. It's like Halloween type, fall type projects. And the Bruce the Bat pattern by Franciscan Gypsy is her featured pattern. Okay, so thank you for doing that. Sweet of her. That was very nice of her. And the group is Whovian Yarn Allegiance. Okay,
and I know she mentioned she might change.
She might change the name, but right now it's still Whovian Yarn Allegiance. Okay, and it's September 1st to well, here I have October 31st, but it's actually November 30th. Okay, whips are eligible for prizes as well as, let's see, make sure I have this. All whips will be eligible for prizes, 1 whip per project per week, the FO whenever you're done. The tag is CW Halloween 2016, I believe. And then, but that she will have it in her group. I took this from her group, but I don't know if she changed it, so you might want to just go to her group and find out.
My show notes went bye-bye.
Okay. Did you want to do the baby hats before we do this, or?
Yeah, so we're talking about the baby hats next. Right. We are still accepting hats for baby.
I'm sorry, I forgot something. We forgot the sock along.
What sock along?
Knit. Kim. Black Horse
Knitter.
She's Black Horse on.
Oh, you're right. She's just Black Horse.
Black Horse Knitter on Instagram. Me, My Dog, and Some Yarn. She's having a sock along, and I'm not sure if it ends at the end of this month or the end of next month.
She's doing it with Maureen, isn't she?
Maureen is her co-host. That's Victorian Studio. It's a wonderful. I've seen a lot of socks, and if she still has it open, and you're doing socks, you might want to see if you can put that in there. Just make sure that you are a member of both their groups. The rules are in the group, and it sounds like a lot of fun. I don't do socks yet, so I'm not doing it.
I need to finish socks.
Yeah, you might not be on time. You better check it out.
Well, I blame the toys.
Blame
it on the toys.
Are they falling?
That we can't stop making.
All right. So, the baby hats. We got a wonderful package from Marriott. I believe it's Marriott.
For those of you who are just coming, who've never seen the podcast before, we collect baby hats.
Or any other baby items.
Or any other baby items for the hospital I work at and or the pregnancy center. And we give to whichever one we feel like giving at the time.
Now, this made me laugh because I think I know who this is from. I think it's Mariette. She put her real name, but she didn't put anything in here to tell me it was from her. So I'm assuming it's Mariette, and if it's not, I apologize. But I'm pretty sure it is. I don't want to say what her name is because she might not like that.
Yeah.
Came all the way from California. Oops, here's another one. And these are just...
Oops, it's a bunny.
Oh, I did. I don't want to spill anything on this. Hold on. Okay, look at these. Oh, look at this hat.
Oh,
Look at that. It looks like
a little pumpkin head.
So cute. And look at this one with the little mohawk or whatever. It's little.
That makes me think of Dr. Seuss for some reason.
It looks like a snowflake.
Mm.
Isn't that pretty?
That is pretty.
It's got three colors in yarn or two.
Two.
Very pretty. And then this one here, which also reminds me of a gourd or a pumpkin. Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
And then this one, it's very cute.
A banana. Banana?
Spaghetti squash? I don't know, it's cute. This one's adorable too. She's quite a bit of hats here. Very, very nice.
Very adorable.
Look at that. Isn't that cute? That'd be a nice Christmas hat.
Yeah.
And then there's this one that has the purples and greens and blues. Isn't that, that pretty?
That's pretty.
It's bright. And then this one here, which is just, it's just a little one. It's just a baby one. So we got, this is very nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Absolutely beautiful hats. Thank you, Mariette. We really appreciate this very, very much. Whoever, and if it isn't Mariette, I do apologize. Send me an email or something telling me who you are, and I will correct it on the show notes. Thank you very, very much for this. They will definitely find a good home. Okay, I hear. Okay, all right. The Toy Along has been running for just about a month, and it is going very strong. We have, looks like Patch owns the Toy Along this year. There've been a lot of patches. I think because of the, it always starts off in October. We tend to have more Halloween type things.
And Patch is that dog, isn't it?
No, Patch is that. He kind of,
oh, the pumpkin head.
yeah, the pumpkin head.
I just didn't know his name.
Yeah, he's made. In fact, Allison made one with a little cap because she ran out of yarn, and it looks adorable. It looks like a little gangster. A little gangster.
Or maybe he has. What's the name of that cap that the traditional Jewish? It doesn't look like that.
But it's adorable.
Because I'm thinking. Do you remember when in that movie with Harrison Ford? And
Yeah, you're thinking of a
I don't know what it's called.
I do Yarmulke.
And the movie I'm thinking of also, it was, what was it called? Harrison Ford was a cowboy.
Witness. Oh,
Harrison Ford was a cowboy, and there was this Jewish rabbi.
oh, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about Frisco Kid.
Frisco Kid, thank you.
Yeah, I like that movie.
Because it was kind of offbeat.
Yeah, and it's too bad they have some language in it. But
I don't remember the language.
all right. Anyway, the Pentagon. Okay, it's been going for about a month. We have some wonderful, wonderful projects in it. Lots of enabling and lots of good chatter. So we're glad to see that. It runs from, well, first of all, we have two co-hosts. We have the same co-hosts who are doing the sock along. We have
We snagged him first.
yes, well, we snagged them last year.
Yes. We were a year ahead of them.
Yes. Maureen, who's Victorian Studio, and Kim, who's Black Horse Knitter from the Me, My Dog, and Some Yarn podcast. And as I said, Maureen is Victorian Studio from the Victorian Studio podcast. And they are well worth watching. And if you are members of all three groups, you can triple dip for the Toy Along. So you might want to consider doing that. They are both wonderful to watch. Kim is getting her craft room established in her new house. So that's kind of fun. They got a new puppy. The puppy's adorable. I think she said it's like a Chow Mastiff mix
Oh,
or
so
something.
it's going to look like a little teddy bear.
It looks like a little teddy bear. It's adorable. It's going to be a big dog, though, I think.
Well, yeah, with that mixture.
I think it was a Mastiff. What's the other one? I'm not sure. But anyway, it's a cute little dog. Anyway, they're well worth watching. The projects need to be knitted, crocheted. They can be loom knitted. They can be loom knitted as well. One whip per project per week. The FO whenever it's finished. If it is a Franciscan Gypsy Designs toy, a crocheting Hoovian Hufflepuff, I think it's called.
Yes, it is a
Pillowpuff.
Hufflepuff. It's a Hufflepuff.
Yeah, or if it's a Miss World's Tatty Teddy, I think it's called.
It is a Tatty Teddy.
Me to You Bear, Tatty Teddy. There's two sizes, and either one of them. those patterns are all worth double chances at a prize for the finished object only. Okay? Just make sure that you say what it is so we know that it's supposed to be posted twice, because we like to make sure that those things that our sponsors, our co-hosts are, their patterns and things.
Yeah.
You have a reason that if you didn't already to buy them. Shameless self-promotion is exactly what it is. We like their patterns, and they've been very generous in donating in the past and in the present. So we want to return the favor.
And Miss World has always been very supportive of our autism awareness. And she's the one who designed that
and
little.
So is Laura.
Yes,
Laura.
so is Laura.
Yes.
But to focus on Miss World for a second, she's the one who designed that little autism awareness. Was it a bear?
It's
with
a bear with a little
blank-
lap, a weighted lap blanket.
Yeah.
She did that, and then she did these teddy bears. The bear with the blanket was specifically autism awareness.
It actually, I believe the blanket had like the puzzle piece.
I think it did, yeah, and I think the bear did too on the stomach.
I think there was like a big puzzle piece right there.
So and Laura has always been very
it's Laura.
supportive. It's just it's Laura. All Taya's patterns get lots of support
because Laura's awesome.
Because she's awesome. So those are our co-hosts, and it will be running until December 31st. This along. Let's see. I did the featured pattern. Oh, the pattern. If you can tag your patterns with PHN Toy 2016 on Ravelry.
I couldn't remember the tag for the last toy I finished. I had to do that.
Hashtag PHN Toy 2016 if you do it on Instagram. Not that I do much on Instagram, but Taya sometimes does. And we do have suggested designers just to give you ideas. If you're new, you don't do toys normally, or you haven't done toys, just to give you an idea. Knitted and crocheted toys. I don't have any loom knitted people on there yet,
but I'm sure that'll develop.
That will develop. Yeah,
I know. Back when you were first starting to think of loom knitting, I sent you a bunch of suggestions. Of
yeah,
toys.
and there was also a girl who was in the loom knitting group. I forget her name. She's really sweet. I think she designs toys as well as shawls and things. So I have to check and see. Okay, we do have several prizes.
Yeah, go ahead.
We have a skein of West Yorkshire Spinners DK Prince yarn from Laura Concert. We have a skein of Fingering Weight Into the World yarn, colorway from Laura Smoot. I don't know what the colorway is. Mama C bag, skein, and a skein of yarn and stitch markers is one prize from Christina, who is Mama C. And we said Miss World, she's donating one copy of her Me To You Tatty Teddy and one copy of her large Me To You Tatty Teddy to one of each of two lucky winners.
I actually need to take a look at that pattern because I don't know what it looks like.
It's cute. And
I'm sure it is.
Warp F1, who is Lizzie, for the Franciscan Gypsy Design, one Franciscan Gypsy Designs pattern. And we may have others coming in. We just haven't, received them or finalized them yet. So we thank you very much for everybody who donated prizes. We very much appreciate it because we can't do this if you don't.
Right. The donations are what make our prize offering so generous.
So generous because we couldn't do it on our own.
No.
You guys are fantastic and just amazing.
Thank you.
So thank you very, very much.
Along the same lines of the toy along, there is a thread in the Ravelry group. It's a very touching video. It's about a 12-year-old kid who makes teddy bears for sewn teddy bears.
Absolutely gorgeous.
For sick kids in the hospital. With that side thought, if any of you are making toys just for the love of making toys and don't really know what to do with them, Laura Concert is still accepting toys to get together a stash of toys for the Ronald McDonald House for kids. Plus, I will be hopefully here contacting not my local hospital. My current hospital does not have a pediatric floor. We are that small. But the hospital that I first worked at when I first came out as a nurse does have a pediatric floor. And I'm hoping to contact them and see about setting something up for toys because our house is full of toys. We love making toys. Yeah. And when a 12-year-old boy makes you feel a little bit ashamed for being...
keeping all the toys.
Although
he does have a gazillion toys.
Yes.
But I think they're there because he's going to be giving them to people.
Yes.
And also I do the parish prayer chain. So if I see... I hadn't thought about it until just now. If I see someone who's sick, a child who's sick, or maybe a sibling of a child who is really sick, or even an adult, a toy might be just the thing to give them. So we're going to start branching out with our toys instead. I mean, you're still going to see the menagerie back here, but we do want to start giving them away.
Yeah, the menagerie that's here is probably going to stay, but you might not be seeing as many toys added to the menagerie because they'll be headed out.
Yeah, except for the first one that each of us make.
Well, because mine is for reference, for perfecting the pattern, for promotional pictures, that sort of thing. I need to be able to keep a first design
Right.
of each
And
toy.
I usually keep at least one just because I don't know if I'll be able to make another one. So I want to keep at least one. But, more than one, not so much, unless it's a special thing. We just have to...
So you'll hear whinings from Mom who will want to keep one that it is made, and she will not be allowed to.
I want it. It's mine. And you'll see exactly what I'm talking about later. Okay, we do have a winner of the Winter 2016 Crochet Magazine. I don't have... Oh, yes, I do. Let me get out of frame for a second. Okay. I closed the thread for this yesterday. And the winner was, by random number generator, was number 3, and that was Donna, who was Wimley. Wimley?
Wimley. I always call her Wimley anyway. Donna!
Donna, contact me with your address, please, and I'll get this out to you as soon as I can.
And Donna's been a frequent tester for me.
Yes. So Donna, who Wilmely, I'm not sure how you
I always
pronounce
pronounce it Wimley.
Donna, please contact me with your full name and address so I can get this out to you as soon as possible. Congratulations. Thank you, everybody who put their names in.
Thank you, thank you.
Yep. Next month there will be another one probably until my subscription runs out. All right. Anything else before we get into
Quick note, because we are both wearing made things. This is Mom's first sweater that she's wearing.
Yeah.
It kind of is bright dark, so it kind of blows out the screen a bit.
It is royal blue, but not quite as blue as that.
Yeah. This is Azuzu's Petals. I can't remember the yarn anymore. It was German.
Oh, that was that Joel Magic, wasn't it?
No.
Joel Magic? No, it wasn't.
No, this was something else. I forget what it was. It takes about a skein and a half of it. And I was making a lot of Zuzus out of it because it was so nice, a color variation for a...
Yes, I remember that.
I have an orange one that's really bright
That
in
was
color.
a pretty one.
That was a really pretty
Yeah.
one. A couple one was orange with like blues and stuff, and then one was just plain orange. I have multiple ones, and I gave a Nightwing type one away. But anyway, so that's this. This is Zuzu's Petals. Kind of working. I'm giving out candy later on at a coworker's house. She happens to live in the neighborhood, so we're giving out candy. I figure I might as well dress up a little bit. This isn't that far off my normal.
This is the first sweater Ty made for me.
Yes, this is the
It
second
goes
sweater
down-
I ever made.
It goes down to my feet.
It goes down to my ankles because I'm a little taller than Mom.
It almost hits the floor for me. Almost.
Yeah. So it's kind of fun that being a knitter saves it's a low cost costume because these objects have been made for a while. I didn't even buy the hat.
Nope. That was a gift.
That was a gift. So all old clothes. That's why no glasses today. Contacts are in because I'm trying to be closer to cowboy.
Huh.
So no chaps or anything though.
Okay. Moving on. I think I have 8. Let's see.
I had 6. Pretty sure it's 6. Yeah, I'm right at 6.
9? Is that right? 9? Did I miss one? I might have missed one. You may have to see me get up here. Let me just check again here.
It's actually nice and comfy. I forgot how comfy it is. I think I've never actually worn it.
What are you talking about?
The first sweater I made you.
Oh, yeah.
Mom doesn't usually wear this thing out because it's kind of raggedy. This is from... I'm going to blather while she's looking through stuff. This is from the book The Crochet Closet. I can't remember the name of the designer.
Okay.
And this might have actually been pieced.
It might have been. I think that's one of the books I'm trying to sell. Actually,
It's hard to get her
Gentry.
gauge.
Gentry.
Yes,
Gentry?
Lisa Gentry. You're right.
Not that the patterns are bad.
No.
I just can't get the gauge.
And most people can't. I can probably now because I've become a very tight crocheter.
Everybody I've ever read has a hard time. She must be a very tight crocheter. Her patterns are lovely. I
Oh,
love
they
them.
are. And I've made a couple of her sweaters. This is one of them. And the blue sweater I wear at work is another one. And they both ended up a little big. They were my second and third
Yeah,
sweaters.
this one was what? This one?
Actually, I do believe that was
I think
one
this was
of
one
hers.
of hers, Lisa Gentry's.
So she designs beautiful sweaters.
Beautiful, beautiful stuff.
But they are mostly pieced. This one may or may not have been. I can't remember. This one took a lot of time to make, and a lot of hers.
It's open too.
Yeah, a lot of hers have shell stitch, which does not hold up very well against test of time. The shells end up getting snapped.
Or they undo.
They unravel a little bit, which is what is happening to my blue work sweater.
It's happening to this too. So
Yeah,
this one's not too bad because this is mostly double crochet.
yeah. But because of all the shell stitches, don't hold up very
I do
well.
have shelled stitches on the top here. I think I can't see some kind of shell stitch here.
Yeah, you have a little bit, but not. I think it's worse when it's all throughout the sweater.
Right.
So if
It
you're
looks
looking
beautiful.
at a sweater, crocheted sweater, keep in mind if it's a heavier weight yarn and it's got a shell stitch, it's not going to hold up very well.
And the thing with the crocheted sweaters is because they are so heavy, they get stretched.
Yes,
They really do.
and that's
Especially
part of what snaps the.
if you notice my other sweater, the one I made from Shannon's pattern, Shannon Mullet Bowlesby, that beautiful sweater, the peacock colors. It's because it's not the pattern, it's the yarn I ended up choosing to get gauge. It was a fingering weight from Dragonfly Fibers, and it was superwash, and it just it stretches. So something to be aware of. I think it's not as common maybe in knitting, but crocheting, yeah.
But this is actually, it looks really nice. I've forgotten what a nice looking sweater this is.
Yeah, I love it.
Um,
She asked me what I wanted. I've always loved the dusters. They're just yeah.
so it's actually nice and warm.
It
too.
is. Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
All right. So am I going first?
yes, you are.
Okay.
I think you have to do 2. You said you have 9, right?
8.
You have 8. Okay,
As
you
far
have to
as
do
I-
2 for the first.
As far as I know, I have 8. Okay. I had reverse progress on this. This is my trusty shawl project from the Sock Knitter Shawl pattern by K.F. Jones. I'm using US 8 Knit Pick circular needles and Miss Babs Yazawada skein in the Trust Me and Nori colorways. And stop that. Keep your language clean. So you can see that I've definitely had reverse progress.
Oh my!
I wasn't going to restart it, but I wanted to restart it, and you'll understand why when we talk about what we're going to be doing for Advent and stuff like that. But so that's as far as I've gotten on this. I just decided it wasn't worth trying to tink all the way back and maybe just drop everything. It was just easier to do it this way. I wasn't that far. And that's a USA Silver Shed bag. Extra, extra large, which I love. Okay, the next one is my snowy project, my snowy owl, which is the York the Owl pattern by Franciscan Gypsy Designs, Talia, using a 2.5.
What bag is it in?
I will get to that. I'm using a 2.5 millimeter hook and Lime Brand Ice Cream Sport Weight and Cookies and Cream colorway, and this is a Silver Shed USA large bag with the I love this Tootsie Pop bag. I just love this. I was so happy when I got this.
I think Davina bought that one
She
for
did
you.
for Christmas last year.
And this is so perfect.
There's his little head.
What's the weight?
This is sport weight. Sport weight.
It looks like it's going to end up a little smaller than your last owl, so.
So that's sport weight. That the other
And this one she's keeping. She has wanted a snowy owl since the beginning.
Yes, this one I'm keeping. And this is the body. Body is finished.
Oh.
Little featureless little owl.
Oh.
Snowy. And then here it is. This is the start to the first wing, I think. So that's that. So I got a fair amount done on this. I paid the price for it though. I had to stop for a little bit. Oops, I need to put the rest of it in
Oops.
here. Oops is a bunny. And snowy owls have a lot more gray and black in them than you think. I was really surprised when I saw some pictures. So that's that. Maureen's was adorable.
Well, hers really looked like the Harry Potter
It
owl.
did. Like
She got the
Hedwig.
features really.
Oh, she's such an artist.
Yes, she is.
She really. What did I do with my pen?
I don't know. Did you put it in a bag? Did you put it in the owl bag?
I might have.
Did you put it in the TARDIS bag?
I don't think I put it in the TARDIS bag, but
Well, it'd be hard to find a TARDIS bag because it's bigger on the inside.
I guess it is bigger on the inside. I never know where the pen would end up. Okay.
Exactly.
Oops, there's a bunny. Okay, your turn.
Okay. So, Oh, hey, that's the one I'm working on. So let me finish. This is Kay's Fault mitered square blanket, which is using scrap, sport, DK, and more sweat yarns. And this blanket is inspired by KF Jones mitered square blanket. You're not going to find it as a pattern.
No.
It's a recipe.
It's a tutorial.
And it's a tutorial she did in the patrons group. And there's many awesome things to get out of that patrons group, but this is one of my favorite things I've gotten out of this patrons group. Because this is like a comfort project. When I'm sick, this is what I want to work on. When I am just too tired to focus on anything, this is what I want to work on. It's just a comfort project.
And I learned a lot of stuff. I learned how to do my longtail cast on. Talia tried to teach me. I learned how to do it from Kay.
I am not a very good teacher when it comes to crafting. I lose my patience.
Kay taught me how to bind off. I mean, I just watch her videos. So
Kay's very good with her tutorials.
She's very, very good.
So, okay, what I did? I finished 3 squares, and I'm starting a 4th one. This was the last part. Was color C for my shawl that was a Dragonfly Fibers kit. So 1, 2, A, B, C, and I love this shawl. It's probably one of my favorite shawls. I wear it every night because I get really cold at night. They're blaring the air conditioning. I'm dying.
The air conditioning. We just turned it on because it got hot. It was nice and chilly, but now it's getting warm again.
You see, I freeze every single night, no matter what. So I usually end up wearing 3 or 4 layers of knitting, and even then, I'm usually cold.
She's broken.
I'll usually end up wearing one of my knitted hats as well.
Sometimes we come downstairs and she looks like some kind of street person with her.
And none of my knitting matches because I grab my warmest. And
I'm not being derogatory. It's just someone who's out on the street in the wind and stuff like that with the
Yeah. But okay, so color C. This. I'm trying to remember what that came.
It looks
from.
almost like Marigold Jen.
Oh, I know what this was. This is not Marigold Jen. This was a Miss Babs.
Right. Oh, that's the thing I let
the
you have.
little sample that came.
That's silk, isn't it?
I don't know.
I think that might be a silk sample. I'm not sure.
And I didn't have quite enough yarn, so I had some. Brittany had given me some mini skeins, so I used the edge of one of her mini skeins for this little last point. Yeah. This is Laura Smoot had given me a bunch of mini skeins when we met in Maryland this year.
Yes.
In this little bag.
My little bag is in use.
That's what this came from, and that's actually what this has come from.
Very pretty.
It's like a dusty rose.
Very pretty.
So.
She's always so generous. She spoils us.
Yes, she does.
She's such a sweetheart.
So Laura is now in my blanket. I have so many friends in this blanket.
That's fun. Very fun.
It's just nice, and it's growing slowly but surely. It's been going on strong for a little over a year now. Actually, on Facebook popped up the other day. They say about however much time ago on this day, and it has back when this blanket was only like 4 squares big, like a couple days ago.
I never get those because I'm really bad about Facebook. Do anything on Facebook.
I wish I had actually reposted that one because that was kind of funny. It was itty bitty at that point. It's grown quite a bit since then.
Okay, my next project. This one, I said that Snowy was the one that caused me a little problems. It wasn't. It was this one. This is in my Knitting's My Bag, large sweater size.
You were blaming Snowy for something that wasn't his fault.
I was.
Snowy's going to be very hurt.
I'll work on him tonight or something. Okay, this is...
And he's light, so he's easy for you to work on.
This is in my Knitting's My Bag, sweater size bag. Saraj, or whatever the name is. And this is my Biddy the Bashful Baby Turtle pattern, Talia's pattern. And it's Cherub, the Cheerful Baby Turtle. So I finished the shell. And this one will be either sold at the Christmas table or given.
Now explain something about this very...
I'm getting to it.
I still think of... I wish I could remember the... Huh? No, it was a lot. That was what it was. It was a lot.
What are you talking about? Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Never mind.
Yeah, it was a little... Oh, I wish I could remember the name of the thing. For some reason, when she says "at," it makes me think of
Okay.
A lot.
Here is my shell. It's finished. And here are the 2 feet. I'm getting ready to start. I think I already started, actually. I have to find it, though. Here are the 2 feet here. Little yellow feet.
Aw.
And this is the bottom of the this part here. So
It covers the
to
whole.
cover it. I don't always need it. This time I felt I did because I was going to try to sell it at Christmas Bazaar. And the funny thing is, I started this. I had this long tail that Ty always tells us to leave.
I actually, in that pattern, though, I tell you to weave it in.
But this one, I started doing the cover in this tail. I probably would have been fine with it.
You probably
actually.
would have been just fine.
It would have been fine. But I did. It was just funny. I was like, oh, I have to undo it. And it took me the whole of Rawhide or whatever we were watching to do this because I kept losing my place because I kept splitting the yarn and I kept missing my count because I was interested in what I was watching.
I think it was actually Justin.
Yeah, it might have been Justin.
Um,
So this is, I think I started, I know I started, I can find it. Oh, here it is. Here it is. This is the head.
Justin and the Knights of Valor. That's
Yes.
what it was.
This is the head. I stopped there because I didn't feel like doing color work. It starts
Yeah, the color work starts
quickly
really quickly for the biddy.
for the biddy. So I was hoping to have this finished relatively soon, but I'm not pushing myself for anything unless it has a deadline. I'm not accepting things that do deadlines. I'm not doing things that have deadlines anymore. It hurts my hands too much. So this will get done hopefully within the next couple of weeks. Hopefully before the table.
Well, I have yet to hear back from them about the table.
Hope they do because Danina's very excited about doing that.
Yeah. We need to prep her that if they don't contact us.
Yeah, you already have kind of said some stuff about that. So
Yeah, so she's not, like, terribly crushed.
yeah. Okay.
Because they didn't leave me a phone number, they just left me an email.
And this is, I used a 2.225 B-hook for this project. And the yarn is Cascades Yarn Cherub Collection Kaleidoscope DK and Knit Picks Brava Sport.
So, in my Silvershed USA Batman bag, is the Sock Knitters shawl. The project is called Nightwing, and the pattern is by K.F. Jones, Bakery Bears fame. I'm using Miss Babsy Azawetta skein in the colorways Pewter and Fountain Pen. I just worked on this mostly because I've been working on the blanket quite a bit when watching Rawhide, and I felt like working something else.
Right.
So I did.
And it's pretty dark. I'm surprised you work on that 'cause it's pretty dark and then work on Rawhide.
I don't usually need to look at
Yeah.
my knitting that closely. And this is a very simple pattern.
I love this.
If it was crochet, it'd be another thing. But I love the drape of this. I love Miss Babs.
Yeah.
This
This is Yowza.
Yeah, I said that.
It's Yowza.
I am using Shigu, red lace. Other people pronounce it Chowgu. I don't know how it's actually pronounced.
I think it's Chiaogu, but
Whatever. Shigu.
Chaigu. Chaigu. Chai Goo Goo. That's what Laura calls them.
And I'm using US 9s.
Yes, Laura calls them Goo Goos.
Uh-huh.
I think Laura's in Florida.
Now?
I think she's on vacation.
I know she's supposed to be she was talking about going to Rhinebeck.
Well, she already did that.
Oh, did she?
But I
don't
think
remember.
she went to
I'm a
Florida.
little behind on podcasts.
I think, well, I don't want to say what time it is right now, whether I'm behind or on time, because I don't know when she left. I don't want people to know she's gone. You know, although she said it on her podcast.
But yes, I am enjoying working on this. This is a nice, mindless project.
That's very pretty.
And it's pretty. It'll be nice when I have it finished because this will go with everything. Even Dad approved, and he usually looks at my. Oh, he's like, "Oh, those are pretty colors." I show him together. That's great. What's it gonna be? A shawl? He's like, Psh.
Yeah, he doesn't understand our need for shawls.
I'm like, shawls are very versatile. They are neck wraps and shoulder wraps.
I told him I'd make him one.
He didn't jump to that.
Did not go over well. So, okay, the next one is
Closed-minded.
in my Knitting's My Bag large Christmas Angels bag. I love this bag. I really do. It's one of my older bags. Is my Under the Sea hat. It's just from the Loom Knitting Primer. And this is my own yarn. This is my Under the Sea yarn. I'm a little bit tangled up here.
Yeah, our project names tend to get less creative the longer we're knitting, simply because we start running out of project names.
Yeah.
We a lot of times take from the yarn.
Although this...
or from the pattern.
Yeah,
or,
this... The yarn color... This is the Lady Fernicle yarn in... It's a bulky weight, Under the Sea Oops colorway. And this was actually... I believe this might have been Kool-Aid dye. It might have been food color. I'm not sure. I can't remember.
because she said oops.
And it seems to be striping a little bit, which I find amusing.
It is.
And I'm almost done with this. I think I'll have enough for this. And I'll give Talia some if she wants for her
Indeed.
blanket.
I will totally take some.
But I might make this a little bit of a slouch so I get a little more yarn out of it. You know, yarn usage out of it. But this is a lot of fun. It's a pretty mindless kind of... This is one of the things that if I'm sitting there watching television, I'll do this. Because I don't really have to worry about it. If I take it out, I take it out. It's not a big problem. And I'm enjoying it. The yarn is very soft.
Don't try to get too much yarn out. Leave enough for me for square.
Oh, you'll get enough for a square. Okay. There we go.
Okay, so my next one is not yet finished. The reason I say it that way is because I keep saying every week, I will finish this project anytime now. And those of you who have been watching over and over again know
I don't know what she's
exactly
talking about. I have no idea.
what I'm talking about. Except for Mom, who doesn't pay attention to me when I talk.
She doesn't say anything worth listening to.
In my Debbie Reese Designs bag that was gifted to me by Melissa, Spicy Mama.
Well, you won it.
Yes, I won it from Spicy Mama. During her knitting games.
You beat her to it.
Yes.
You beat her for it.
I didn't beat her.
You did. She cried Melissa spicy tears.
Ooh. Spicy tears.
Spicy tears.
Tasty.
There's something wrong with you. Melissa, I apologize.
Okay.
Melissa's a good sport.
These are Cozy Hearth socks. Three Chimneys pattern, slightly
K.F.
adjusted.
Jones.
The original pattern by K.F. Jones is originally designed for figuring weight socks. This is a sport
I don't
weight
know.
yarn.
It's Heidi's yarn, right?
Yeah, it's her werewolf base. I believe that's sport. It's either sport or DK. I can't remember.
Werewolf is DK.
Okay, it's a DK.
I think her witch. I think her witch is sport weight.
Okay, I think this is DK.
You'd have to check.
Undead yarn and the werewolf base in the colorway Phoenix Ember.
That is DK.
So, podcast friend, podcast friend, podcast friend.
The podcaster socks.
Yes. So, first one has been finished for an eon, and it fits. I do love the way this works out. This is
beautiful.
perfect for this pattern.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
It looks like bricks that would be in a chimney.
What was the colorway again?
Phoenix Ember.
Okay, it looks like terracotta. Phoenix Ember, that's really pretty. That would make a really nice owl.
Yes, and I think I'll have a skein left to make an owl if I want to. I just have to make sure there's enough yardage.
Yeah.
There should be.
Heidi just doesn't even listen to me anymore. She just...
I was actually thinking about whether to use that extra skein for a bunny or for an owl.
An owl.
I don't know. It's a hard decision. An owl uses less yarn.
How much yard is it? Maybe you can use both. No, you can't.
No, you can't.
No.
Because I got two skeins, but I am pretty sure I can get the pair of socks out of what I have left
You
over.
can always do a Cyrano.
I don't think I have enough.
How do you
Cyrano. So I don't want to make a Cyrano out of it. It'll be either an owl or a bunny.
Make a cute kitten.
Would make it cute. Silence!
Is golden? Silence. Lesson number whatever it was.
Oh, I forgot that movie. That's
Remo Williams.
Remo Williams.
Lesson silence.
That's such a weird movie.
Oh, I love it. The
That-
weird one is Bakaru Banzai.
Buckaroo Banzai is weird.
Yes, but I like that
There's
one.
like nothing that makes sense.
Oh
in
yeah, it
Buckaroo
makes sense.
Banzai.
I like Buckaroo Banzai.
Buckaroo
It's not-
Banzai makes
it's not
no
like
sense.
It's not like Baron Munchausen or something.
Anyway,
I watched Baron Munchausen. I'm like, oh my gosh.
so I just need to focus,
Focus, focus.
which is, you'll see why I haven't been able to focus. But toys have been part of the problem. and I know that I will just love having these socks done, and I will love wearing them. And I do love knitting them. It's just I get distracted.
Nothing new there.
So, I hope to work on these during rawhide.
Okay.
Because honestly, once I get the foot done, it's not that much knitting. There's nothing left that's complicated. And I'm using ChiaoGoo DPNs. I can't even remember the needle size. It says on it.
I might have to look into magic looping again.
Me and magic looping don't get along, but we'll have a conversation about that in a bit. US 6s.
Because I have
I
plenty.
love DPNs.
I need to learn that. I need to have a couple, like Sue was saying. Family Diva was telling me I should have some in my arsenal. The DPN, she says they're really good. She likes the Cirques. I said my Cirques hurt my hand last time I tried it.
I might have to switch that one hat back over to DPNs. I don't like working with a short Cirque. It bothers my hand too.
Why are you the short Cirque?
I use a short Cirque for the hat that has the color work.
Can I do, and I asked Sue this in the thread, can I do the hat, if it's like a 16-inch, can I do it instead on the long cord circle as I would be doing magic loop?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try that.
You can magic loop with a long cord circuit.
For the hat itself.
Yeah.
I might try that with my next bankhead.
Yeah, you can totally do that.
Yeah, because I'm having trouble. I'm having trouble closing up the top.
That's what I used to do for the Diana's hats.
Oh, okay.
Before I flipped completely over to DPNs, because I love knitting with DPNs. It is fun, it's relaxing. I like playing with the DPNs. Magic Loop and I don't have a good relationship because I yank the cord and out come the needles, and it's a very frustrating situation.
Well, if I put one of these things at either end, I'm not going to yank the needles out.
But you have to. The thing is, okay, so you're knitting. Pretend this is magic looping, and this long cord is
in the middle.
Is in the middle.
Yeah.
You're not going to have something on the end of your needle while you're knitting.
Oh no.
The thing is, that's where I make my mistake. I'll start turning my work,
gotcha.
and then I'll go, Zwa!
I see.
And out comes half my stitches. I'm like, ah!
Yeah. Well, we'll see how I work with that.
But if you're a mindful knitter, you should be fine.
You have to have a mind to be a mindful knitter. Okay, in my Silver Shed USA Eeyore bag, and this is the large, or no, yes, this is the large. The other bag I showed you, the owl must have been an extra large. This is a large. I think this is a large.
No.
Whatever. It's
Anne will know.
Yes, Anne would know. I hope.
Write down her name.
She may have just said, I'll just put together any old bag. I love Anne.
Mm-hmm.
She makes me happy. Okay, in here is my...
This
This is
blanket
my
is
neon baby blanket. I haven't made a whole lot of progress on this. I'm not even sure if
Well, it's because you've been working on other things during
I have.
rawhide.
So I'm not even sure how much I did. I wonder if I forgot to
Take it off your
take
notes.
this off my
Well,
notes.
hey, you're looking at it again, guys. See?
Yeah. So it's there.
Just in case you forgot it
Just in case you
existed.
forgot what it looked like because you couldn't see it last time because it's just not light
Because it
enough.
blinded your eyes.
Blinded by the light.
Who did that song?
I don't remember.
Davina would know.
It was. I grew up with it. I mean, it was in high school, but
Because I actually don't know the full song.
I don't either.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we sang it all the time, but half the times you can't understand the words anyway.
Because it's during a dance or something.
But this is an E-hook, and the yarn is, I love this neon, and sport weight, baby weight, so sport weight, okay, and summer prints. And I don't have much left in the green. I think I'm going to have to order more green because I was going to do, when I finished this, I was going to do another solid color, and I just thought that might be too much.
Mm-hmm.
It would look really garish, so I decided not to do that. Davina would love it.
Oh, of course.
But,
She has a blanket very similar to that.
well, she does seem to, well, yes, she does.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So,
My tea is getting cold.
in my Silver Shed USA Tree Frogs bag, which has kind of become my design bag,
Ribbit.
is a design. Brittany, I know I have a message from you where you say something about looking forward to the next design. It is in progress. I had to make some backwards progress because a piece wasn't quite the size I wanted it to be. So I'm almost to the point that I was prior to having rip it out. It's just thinner now. So I'll let you chew on that.
Oh, she wanted to chew on it.
Maybe it
You
is
think that she just wants to chew on things for no
you
reason?
know it is.
It doesn't look like bubble gum. Yes, I know what it is.
People might want to chew that.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
There are hand motions behind the bag that's demonstrate what it is, and you can't see it.
Wait a minute, I lost my notes.
The notes went away. They went away.
Okay. All right.
Alrighty, your turn.
Okay. My next one is in this bag. My knitting
In this bag.
In this bag. My knitting's my bag. Extra large. What is in my bag? Who fell down?
It's the robin.
Okay. Come on, Drake.
This is a big robin. Although some of
Drake's
our
a big
robins
one.
are pretty big.
Yeah, not quite that big, but in my knitting's my bag, autism awareness extra large bag that the lovely Lois made us a few years back is my sea spray shawl. Find it in here somewhere. I did a bit of work on this. This is the Tidal Wave shawl by Tamara Kelly, and I'm using a 3mm E-hook and Gourmet Stash Stout sock in a one-of-a-kind colorway and electric turquoise, which is Miss Babs.
She's having trouble finding her project in her bag.
Yeah,
Apparently.
I'm going to have to change this because look at the similarity of the project to the inside of the bag. And I've lost my hook again.
Well, that is no shock.
Okay.
Hooks get gobbled up.
Yes, they do. So this is how far I am. I think I'm on row 30 or something like that out of 70 before I start changing colors. So about halfway to where a little less than halfway to where I start putting the striping in. And the striping will be in this color. This will be this. So I think this will be really pretty. And I like this pattern. And normally I could just whip this out, but I have to take my time so my hand doesn't get cranky on me. And this is actually a fingering weight shawl. I've determined that I cannot do a fingering weight shawl knitted, not because I am incapable of doing it.
She just enjoys it.
It drives me crazy. It just goes like, it takes a year and a half to just do I don't know, drives me nuts.
But she prefers fingering weight crochet.
I do. It's a nice weight. It has a nice drape, and it'll be warm and comfortable. Not sometimes a crochet shawl, if it's worse, it can be overly hot.
This is a really comfortable sweater.
Yes, it is.
Sorry, I just keep getting
But see,
distracted by the happiness of this crochet sweater.
This isn't. It's gonna be nice,
Yes, it will be.
and the color it doesn't.
And it won't pull the way this sweater does.
Right. And the color is beautiful. I don't know if you can see. This is one of Gourmet Stash's last things that the last time she went to a festival. I think it was at Shenandoah. Not this past.
You're right. It was
but the one
Shenandoah.
before that I picked this up, and it's got like little.
It wasn't. I think it was the one before that because it was not for the 10-year anniversary.
Oh, you're right.
So it's been a few years.
It's been a few years. This has been in a couple different projects. I keep pulling it out, and I almost sold this.
I'm glad you
And
didn't.
I'm glad I didn't because I really wanted to work with it. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm looking forward to working some more on this. I figure with Gourmet Stash and Miss Babs, if I can just get it done, it should be really pretty. Okay. And I'm going to have to change this bag out because it's just hard to find my project.
Okay, so in my Silver Shed USA Nursing Caps on Dark Field bag is my Spidey Baby,
Spidey baby.
which is the wide brim winter hat pattern by Alpacas Ate My Homework.
Alpacas ate your homework. A likely story.
Well, you know, them darn alpacas.
Don't eat anything. It must be related to goats.
This is Stash Yarn. And it is Desert Vista Dye Works, custom dye works in the colorway I Could Have Been a Superhero. And I originally used this. This was my second pair of socks ever. And actually, hold on.
And they've been washed several times, which is why they're a little more faded out.
They're actually not that.
a little.
They're not
They are a
really-
little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
little
but
bit.
they've been washed and dried.
They've been.
These socks have been through the ringer.
Yeah, and it holds the color very, very well.
Yes, it does. But for it to still fit quite well, and to mostly keep its color and sparkle
Yeah.
after years of wearing,
It's at least
That's
4 years.
a-
At least 4 years because you were,
this was my first
Yeah.
real pair of socks. I did a pair of, and I mentioned this last time, I did a pair of really short cuff socks that were afterthought heel that I never wear because I hate them. They're uncomfortable. This is what I consider truly my first pair of socks, and I love them. I wear them a lot. Honestly, I need to pick up more of, I don't know why I haven't picked up more of her yarn.
I haven't tried her yarn yet.
It's fun to knit with.
I hope she has things other than sock fingering because I would like to.
I can't remember because I picked this up. I forget who really liked Desert Vista Dye Works. I think it was.
Lauren likes Cyber Craft Room.
I know she did. I picked up some of that.
I think she did Desert Vista too.
I think that it was because of Lauren that I picked these up. Lemnet Crochet. Got to write her down again.
I don't know if she's even.
I don't think she's even on.
anymore.
Her name's still there, but I don't think she's on anymore.
And I'm not sure how she spells it, but
If you write down Lemnet Crochet, I'll
Yeah.
figure out how to write it.
she was very influential early on.
Yes, she
for
was.
us.
She started about the same time we did. So this is the baby hat so far. I am probably a couple rows away from finishing with the ribbing, and then it'll be stockinette. And it is nice and stretchy. The brim is supposed to fold over. What's nice though is I kind of feel like it'll grow with the baby
Right.
for a little bit because it's got such a wide brim.
And you can just stop folding it up, and it stretches. So-
Exactly. So I feel like this hat is very good for a growing child. So this will probably become a go-to hat. It's very good for leftover sock yarn, I think.
I guess you could make it in a bigger yarn and get it for a older child.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but if you want the count and stuff that she has,
Well, I mean,
for me, I don't.
I'm wondering, do you have to change the count if you use the bigger yarn? I don't know. I have never done.
I would think so because it's a gauge issue.
But it's bigger yarn. I mean, why would it be an issue?
Because it's going to change the size of the hat.
That's what I'm saying. To make a bigger hat. For the
Yeah, I guess so. But,
I'm not saying use a bigger yarn and make the same size hat. Then,
Yeah.
you would have to change the stitches, sure.
but me myself, I have uses for my non-fingering weight yarns. Those go into the blanket. I can put those into Franken toys. I'm not at loss for ways to use my non-finger weight yarn. I'm more at a loss for what to use my finger weight yarn for because I'm not a fan of finger weight blankets.
They take too
Uh-huh.
long.
They take too long and they're too lightweight for me. So this is a perfect way when I finish a pair of socks, then I can make a baby hat.
Right.
And it kind of diminishes the selfishness of making myself a pair of socks.
All
So
about her.
this way, someone gets a nice, shiny, happy, holiday-y baby hat, and I know it'll wash.
I have a shiny, happy new bag.
She has a shiny, happy.
This
new
is a
bag.
Turbo Knitter 64 bag I won from him. Well, actually, I won it on Heidi Undead Yarns. It's been dialogue this past year. Look at the size of this thing. It is absolutely ginormous.
Shove it in my
I
face.
am. Look at that. It takes up the whole screen. I love it. I absolutely love it. This is the bag. It's the only bag that actually fits my large loom, my large knitting loom. Circular loom. And this has got my Harvest Cowl from the Nifty Knitter Cowl with Pom-Poms. Imogen Cowl pattern by Lion Brand. And I made some progress on this. I think I'm about a third of the way through. I think it needs like 20 inches, and I think I'm at like 8 or something like that, 7 or 8. And it's striping up real pretty. It's very autumnal. And I've seen people, that goes like this. You can see better how it curls up here. I don't know if you can see, it's hard to tell.
You can tell.
But some people have done it longer and pull it over the head. I'll see how much yarn I have left if I decide to do that. But this is fun. This is another one that's pretty much, I mean, it does have more of a pattern than the hats, but it's pretty, pretty potato chippy to just kind of do what you do. The only thing I'm finding is I have to figure out a way to rest because it gets heavy.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, not a problem. I really love this. it looks like it's going to be warm. If I can finish this quick enough, this might actually go to Grandma.
Oh, she liked that.
She'd like these colors. I was going to make it for charity, but I have another one that I can do for that. And I have the name of the yarn, so I can get more yarn. It's really, it's a nice yarn for this. It's got actually great yardage. It's a, if you've been watching us, you already know this, but it's James C. Brett Marble Chunky, and it's machine washable. It's 200 grams, which is, I'm sorry, I'm having trouble finding what I'm looking for here. 341 yards. This is chunky, and I think I paid.
That's a great yardage.
I think I paid like under $20 for it. Yeah, I paid $16.50 for it.
That's nice.
That's chunky yarn. So this is, I'm keeping in mind. The only thing you have to be careful of is it, because of the way it's plied, it can split.
I was gonna say it might be a little split.
It's a little splitty, but it's okay. It's okay. It's not a problem. So I'm enjoying this project, and I hope to have it done relatively quickly as well.
Okay, next
Love my bag, Kenneth.
is in my Plover Bird TARDIS Bigger on the Inside bag.
Bigger on the inside.
This project is Lady Cherry Blossom the Turtle, which is Timmy the Timid
Cherry Blossom?
Lady Cherry Blossom the Turtle.
Lady Cherry Blossom.
Timmy the Timid Turtle pattern by me. I'm using Marigold Jen in the colorway Cherry Blossoms. That'll be for the shell. The Knit Picks Brava worsted in oh, I don't have actually all the colors down.
Is that carnation tie?
What?
The bottom of it? Is it pink?
No, the head is. The head is Lady Slipper.
Okay.
That's where Lady comes from.
Mm-hmm.
Celestial is for the pupils and for the nose and mouth. And that's the same color Mom's wearing right now. And I have white, and I forgot to write down the bottom shell, which is actually
green, yeah. Is that turquoise? No.
Marina.
Mm-hmm. That's a pretty color.
So this will be the shell. Very pretty.
Looks like ice cream.
And actually a fair amount of work got done.
Very nice. Is that worsted weight?
It is.
Okay.
So there we go. The head is beginning. It's been a long time since I made a Timmy. And this one is made specifically with the thought process that it'll either be sold on the table or given to a sick child.
Yeah.
The proceeds for the table are hopefully going to go to the pregnancy center.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that being said, I will keep prices based on what I see on Etsy,
right.
And I'm not going to be really heartbroken if I don't sell anything, because I know that my plan is to give it to a good cause.
Right, because we do put our extra things on Etsy if we have them left over. But
I'm not going to be.
You're not going to anymore?
No, these are going to, if I do not sell them on the table, they're going to the hospital for sick children. That is the hope. I need to hopefully hear back from Winchester. Because I have more than enough toys I need to give back.
Okay.
And then what's kind of fun about it is, and I do this when I'm working baby hats as well, I'll be sitting there doing my prayers for the day or whatever, and I can sit there and pray for whoever it is that I'm working for. Kind of like the idea of a prayer shawl. You can, like when I'm doing the baby hat, okay, pray for the baby and for the family of the baby, and for these toys, pray for whatever child will end up with this toy. So.
Okay. All right, my last project was not on the needles last week. It's in my Silver Shed USA Star Wars symbols bag, and this I think is a larger. No, I think this is large.
I know not.
Extra large? I don't remember. It's one of those sizes.
It's not XX.
No, it's not. It's either the.
I
large,
think that's X.
I think this is a large. Extra
That
large?
was an X.
Maybe it's an
That's
extra large.
an X large.
Okay. Anyway, in here is my Misty Mountain Sapphire project. It's from the Fire and Blood pattern by Laura Smoot, who's spinning Laura. She gifted me this pattern. And I'm using US 7s and US 8s of my Chalgu Red Lace Fixed Circulars and Dragonfly Fibers Damsel in the Numeria and Boat colorways. And this, like I said, Laura gifted me this pattern. I'm in the middle of a row because I need Ty to help me with something to reading wise. I have switched the yarn. I'm kind of tangled up here. You can't really tell the color change yet, but well, yeah, you can see the red here going this way. So not a whole lot on here. There's a row of knitting, and then I'm starting with the, I think I'm starting with the pattern. So that's as far as I've gotten. I had to cast on, Laura's trying to kill me, I had to cast on 213 stitches for this thing. I was like, really? But it was worth it. It was worth it. I think I'm going to enjoy this, and I'm going to learn doing some of this stuff. So I'm looking forward to doing this. And I allowed myself to cast this on for a reason you'll see shortly. Put this in here. I need to get another one of those needle things. Okay. All right. Do you have any?
I do have FO, so we're going to do your yarn first, the FO first.
Well, should I do the frog?
Yes.
Okay. In my Star Wars large, this is extra large. You're right, that one is extra large. My extra large Star Wars at bad.
18.
This is the Road Less Traveled Shawl Society #1 pattern, the Talisman Shawl. I love the pattern, love the yarn, do not like them together. I just don't like working fingering weight yarn in a shawl. So for knitting. So
what's
this is the yarn, and this is by it's really pretty yarn too. This is Hot Knit Yarn Simple Sock in the Fish Fry colorway, and I just love this yarn. Absolutely beautiful.
But you just weren't enjoying the pattern.
I wasn't enjoying the pattern because it was taking me too long to do. No patience whatsoever for knitting shawls. I need to do sport weight and above.
Mom, what book series was it? They actually had a creature that was A''AT. It was I feel like it was a creature.
I don't remember
Maybe
that.
I feel like I remember. Maybe it was a book I read and you didn't read.
Maybe. So that's this. It is gone. I feel better that it's gone. I still have the Road Less Traveled going on, or not the Road Less Travel? No, Journey with Friends. I still have that one going on, but we'll see if that one
She's
continues.
going to try to outlast it.
We'll see what happens. It's also fingering and it's driving me nuts, but I'm a little bit further along with that one, so you don't have to do that right now.
It's really bothering me.
Well, let's finish the podcast. And
it's not coming up right away anyway.
Okay, so are we going into what?
We have dying and we have a finished object.
Do you have any royalties?
Royalties are always last.
Okay, let me see here. Why am I so far ahead? Okay. All right. Yeah. I don't know. How do you want to do this?
I kind of feel because I so infrequently have FOs, it'd be kind of nice to,
To what?
to have that last
Okay. All right.
or after, not last. Royalties always end up last, but oopsie. Oh no, I did okay.
Okay, I've been increasing my shop stash. I made a sale, an early sale. I don't know if I can name the person on the podcast because she didn't give me permission, but thank you very much. I was so excited to have my first sale. I sold the
Namu
colorway. The other colorways I've done these two. These are the same color. They're slightly
they're
different.
very pretty.
And I don't know what I want to call these. I want to call them something with fire. I was thinking about, I don't know. I'll figure it out. I have a couple names down. So these two are the same, but because they are hand painted, they're slightly different.
Flame on.
Well, that's an interesting idea. That might work. And then this one is Autumn Leaves.
That is most definitely autumn leaves.
And I don't have my ball band, so I'm going to... But that's Autumn Leaves. My husband was really impressed by these. So, I don't know when the shop will be opening up. I think I need to get a few more skeins of yarn. So I wanted to do some kind of autumnal colorways. I still have some dye bath left I'm going to play with another skein or two of yarn, and I'll show you those next week if I get them done. And then I would like to go back to blues and greens or something for a little while, purples or something.
Purples, huh?
Well, more of a plum. So, yeah, that's these. Oh, and these two, this is I think these are sport. These two are sport weight, and they are 200 yards of 100% superwash merino. These Flame On, for lack of a better name at the moment. These are both sport weights, a total of 400 for the both of them. And this one is a fingering. This is a fingering weight, and this is 462 yards, and this is 75% superwash merino wool and 25% nylon. Okay. So I might make a nice pair of socks or something for somebody, or maybe a shawl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Alrighty, so I do have a finished object,
Actually belongs to me.
which it does not.
It belongs to me.
It's going to the table, or if it doesn't get sold, if he doesn't get sold, he'll be going to the hospital.
Belongs to me.
So this is Chess the Cheshire Kitten, which is made from the Bratz the Kitten pattern, designed by me. And the yarn is Fabergé Fiber and Wonderland yarns in the base Mad Hatter, and the colorway is Caucus Race. Look how itty bitty.
Isn't he adorable? Mine.
Hey,
Mine.
you're frightening him.
No, I'm not. Mine. Isn't he adorable?
And
Look at that.
we're gonna dismantle the toys in the back in a second. Here's Mom's.
They're both
Brat.
mine. They're both mine. It's not Brat. This is Patches.
There's Patches, same pattern.
Mm-hmm.
And here is mine. This is sport weight yarn using an E-hook.
And this is DK weight. I don't know what hook I used. I have to look it up.
Hmm.
This is Miss Babs. I think this is the Biker Chick colorway.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
the miniaturized kitten
I want it.
is quite fun.
I want it. So,
Yes. And I love how this worked out. I still have quite a bit of this yarn left.
it's beautiful yarn. Oh yeah, you can almost make another one.
Almost. I'd have to check and see how much.
You'd have to maybe make the legs a different color or something.
Yeah.
Legs and the ears or something.
And I really didn't try that hard to save yarn.
There's no reason to.
Yeah. So, it was fun.
All right.
Alright, kitten, time to go away.
Okay, so we did it on the bookshelf.
Royalties.
Right, okay, let's see here. How many do you have?
1.
Okay, I have 2. Alright, my first royalties, haven't even opened the bag. This is from Miss Babs. I ordered some more Bear yarn. So I really like this lace. Sorry about the noise for you people with earbuds. You can't really see it because it's all wrapped up.
And it's fair.
And it's Bear yarn.
Wait, is the...
I know.
What weight is that?
I don't know. You're assuming. I
don't use...
I think I'll hold it hostage for a kitten.
No, you won't. You wouldn't take it from a small child.
So this is Bear yarn to be dyed up. Go ahead.
Okay. So, hang on, let me finish these couple stitches.
I wonder where Daddy is.
It's not that far
I guess
after
we
4.
must have gone faster than I thought.
So, it's the sock blanket I told you guys about last week. This is Undead yarn.
Oh yeah, that's right. Come in. I thought you showed that last week.
No, I didn't have it last week.
Oh, you showed the other one last week. I like her bag.
No, I just talked about it
Show
last
the bag.
week.
It's cute. It says spooky.
This is Sock Blank, which is a spider. That's the name of the base.
Is that what I think it is? Sully?
Mike and Sully.
Mike and Sully, yeah.
Mhm. Mom's been wanting this colorway for years. And it's 463 yards.
Very nice.
You don't even get the full impression of how awesome this is.
Oh, this is gorgeous. Do it this way.
That gives you a better idea, slightly. And it's a double sock blank, which means it's for 2 at a time socks. I found this in my deep stash. I did try at one point to knit 2 at a time socks. I'm going to attempt again. I am waiting for some long circulars to come in.
There he is.
So I will be attempting the classic sock.
Oh, that's pretty. Nothing special for the first.
I don't need anything special.
Well, the yarn would be
it's
good
supposed to show off the yarn.
Absolutely gorgeous.
So, and that means it'll be an easy knit if it's a simple sock. So I'm looking forward to when I get those needles in.
Very nice. Okay, my other stash enhancement I got for a steal. A credit card had timed out, and PayPal said, "Oh, you can't use it." And I put the new date in, and it accepted it, but still wouldn't let me use it. So I went to make sure that the credit card was okay. I thought, well, let me buy something cheap, and this was on sale for $2 plus shipping and handling. Actually, it cost more for shipping than it did for the book. And credit card was fine. And this is what I picked up. It's called Hands On Dyeing. Okay, it was originally $20, and then the price on it went down to $6.98. I got it for $2. This book is amazing. I mean, it talks about dyeing yarn and other fabrics, but it gives you ideas of how to mix colors, how to wind up your yarn, how to do controlled dyeing. It has what to do if you want a pale shade, a light shade, a medium shade, a dark shade. Here's a picture of the dye record sheet that they give you an example of. It's hard to see. I'm sorry, the lighting isn't the best, but it's a dye record sheet. They have a chapter in here on color theory, which is just enough for me so I can be a little bit dangerous. They have dye recipes for union dyes, fiber reactive dyes, for cellulose, fiber reactive dyes for proteins, acid dyes, which is one I'd be interested in, dye recipes for pre-metallized dye, and then here's the one on color theory that I was telling you about, the chapter on that. I haven't had a chance to sit down and really look at this. There are some things that I won't need to use it, what doesn't apply to me. Color mixing, value gradations and stuff like that. This is really going to be good, I think. I just need to have the time to sit down and really look through it. It's by Betsy Blumenthal and Catherine Kreider. So they did this. I don't know when. This is done by Interweave Press. And
good old Interweave.
Yeah, Interweave Press. I thought it was British because everything's in milliliters and stuff, but maybe not. So I'm really excited about this. It's called Hands On Dyeing. And I wouldn't have even seen it except I was trying to find something cheap to find out if my credit card was okay.
Well, anything else for you?
I think that's it, except go to autobiography.
I don't have much of anything.
I have the shared...
I told you about the Halloween stuff I'm doing, so...
Yeah, I have the shared story. I did almost 700 words in the shared story. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a lot of reactive writing right now, and I blocked out a lot of things that... This time around, there's a lot of dead stuff because she had to respond, but there was whole pieces that we couldn't do anything with, but she needed in there for context. So I'm deleting all that. And I have started my prompting duties for the Percolator group that I talked about. It's a writers group. For those of you who are new, it's an online email writers group. Basically, that's all I've done for that. I think that's it. I just need to make sure that, Wimley, Donna, that you get your address to me, your name and address, so I can send you the magazine you won. Congratulations. And I want to thank Sharon Keller and Janine Hardy for their YouTube comments. Thank you very much. We appreciate those. I don't think I had a chance to answer, and Talia's been busy as well.
I am almost all caught up on the thread for the past episode. I'm so proud of me.
I was caught up, and then Sue wrote something.
You see, I think I got caught up with Leah wrote after Sue.
Oh, maybe it was Valeria I'm not caught up with. Valeria's the one.
Valeria's the only one I haven't responded to.
That's the one I haven't. I think I got Sue.
I was answering things online last night while I was watching Hunt for Red October.
Right. And we're trying to be better. We're trying to be better about not wasting time and doing things that have to be done. That's part of a resolution that we're making.
Mm-hmm.
So, not to waste time, not to...
my biggest one is not wasting time on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like watching podcasts while I'm doing something. I mean like the binge watching, and this includes like things on Amazon, like shows where I'll watch pieces of shows because there's this one part that I really like.
And I have the same problem. Like Ty will post a music video, and if I like it, I'll watch it over. And they're 5 minutes a piece. Once is okay, but if you do it 10 times, that's an hour.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I need to not do that. I did a little better with that today. I actually got the kitchen cleaned, and did a few other things. I have to start working on Davina's SSI paperwork, so this comes
joy, rapture.
Oh yeah, yay! I've already got one thing that all my husband has to do is sign it, and that can go out. But then I have the paperwork, the big one with all the record keeping and such. That's probably too much information. But anyway, so
I think that is it.
This is it for. Are we podcasting Monday again next week?
Yes.
Okay, so we will hopefully see you Monday, November the something or other. I think it's the 7th, the day before we vote here in the States. Mm-hmm. So, voting.
I'm excited. I'm actually off for voting day. Usually I have to work.
So we want to wish everybody a wonderful Halloween and All Saints and All Souls Day coming up. And we wish you a week full of knitting, crocheting, crafting, and every good thing. We hope you have a blessed week, and we look forward to seeing you here again in the PHN Fluent Woman Cave when we return. This is the Pen Hook and Needles Podcast, episode 231, and that's a wrap.